Willpower is a real and finite energy. It can be depleted and recharged and goes hand in hand with your self-control. Willpower is basically the ability to delay gratification and the ability to do the things you don't want to do. Synonyms would be discipline, motivation, and self-control. Strong willpower can help you achieve any goal and gives you the mindset that you'll never fail. So how do you strengthen your willpower? Willpower is a mental muscle, an important one. And like any muscle, you have to exhaust it in the short term in order to build its strength in the long term. In a nutshell, the only way to strengthen your willpower is to work on any goal or activity that exercises your self-control. It's strengthened not only by tackling big goals, but also by engaging in any activity that gets your brain out of its comfort zone. And just like any muscle, willpower can be fatigued. This happens when you spend too much time on activities that require self-control. The strength of our willpower depends on the level of energy available in our brain at any given moment. So conserving it is just as important as strengthening it. Dopamine is the most crucial chemical in your body for motivation and willpower. Motivation happens when your dopamine spikes because you anticipate something important is about to happen. The key is to consciously conserve this force, keeping it from being wasted away on dumb, irrelevant stuff, and saving it for the things that matter. Here are specific things you can do to strengthen and conserve your willpower. Only work on one goal at a time. We know that willpower is a finite resource, so when your attention is dispersed in multiple directions, you spend a slice of your willpower on each goal, and the result will likely be failure of most, if not all goals. Instead, you want to invest as much of your energy towards one specific thing at a time, and make sure your goal is realistic. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious, but when you set unrealistic goals, you're losing the game before even playing. It also doesn't hurt to break your goals down into subtasks. That way, you're completing smaller goals leading to better motivation. Accomplishing a goal or changing a habit is like driving up a very steep mountain. The vehicle, in this case your willpower, needs as much power as possible to get up the mountain and over the other side without losing control and going back to square one. So that's why it's important to work on something one at a time so you can place all your energy into it. Make your goals specific and concise. Trying to accomplish a goal without a proper blueprint is like driving around and attempting to find a specific place while not knowing where you're going. Not clearly articulating your goals and how you're going to reach there will burn out your willpower, because you will approach your objectives not knowing what you're doing. Make important decisions when you're at an optimal mental state. You don't want to make drastic changes when you've got a lot on your plate. Outside stressors will drain your willpower and disallow you to make proper decisions. So making decisions is best when your stress levels are lowest so you can think clearly. Never make big decisions on an empty stomach. The glucose in your bloodstream is the main energy source of willpower. Doing anything that requires discipline will deplete your glucose levels. No food means no glucose, means no willpower, which leads to poor decision making. Say you have something important to do right away, like a big meeting or an exam. Eat something sugary, as this will get the glucose into your bloodstream and to your willpower supply quickly. But note that it will lead to a sugar crash later on. So if you have time, the better option would be to eat high protein, low glycemic foods, so the glucose will take an hour to get into your bloodstream, and therefore no sugar crash. Reward yourself after doing something tough. The human brain is wired to favor instant gratification over a delayed reward. Delaying your reward for after you finish a tough task can train your brain to resist temptation. Constantly getting shocks of a dopamine rush will desensitize your brain and won't allow you to engage in things that are tougher. When you train your mind to resist the temptation and delay gratification, it strengthens your willpower and makes the tough tasks easier. As you go about your day, you'll be making decisions and depleting your willpower. It's the same with anything else. When you have a to-do list at work, tackle the tough tasks first and save the easier ones for last. If you have an exam, do the hard problems first and save the easy ones for last. Hold yourself accountable. Most people are too easy on themselves and allow themselves to cut corners and become soft. They have the vaguest idea about how much time they're wasting and how much they're selling themselves short. It's important to monitor your own progress and push yourself. If you need to, write down the things you're doing and just keep track and gather data about your life. The more clear reminders you have of both your progress and your backsliding, the more likely it is you'll stay on track. It's not only pivotal that you monitor your own progress, but someone else to hold you accountable as well. That's why it's important to surround yourself with those who have similar goals. Your group of friends are a direct reflection on who you become. They should hold you accountable and help you become the best version of yourself. Don't surround yourself with yes men or lazy people that will only diminish your willpower. Eat healthy. Remember when we talked about instant gratification? If you're constantly stuffing your face with food that only appeals to your taste buds and are not very healthy, not only are you more prone to health problems, but it also hurts your discipline. It's okay to live a little and eat what you want, but not all the time. Being able to eat things you don't like but are great for your overall health will make your willpower stronger. Boost your diet with dopamine-filled foods, like natural probiotics such as yogurt and sauerkraut, and natural glucose like raw fruits and nuts. Exercise. Obviously, working out is not an easy task for most people. Thousands of people promise themselves they will exercise every day. With good intentions, they pay for gym memberships, stay committed for a few weeks, and then quit. In nearly all cases, the lack of self-discipline is to blame. Start small and build up slowly. Over time, your physical body and willpower will improve. Keep in mind that willpower will get stronger with regular use, and it's a muscle that you can train. Practice self-control, don't give up, and you will see your willpower get better. So if you have any questions, drop a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe if this was valuable, and drop a thumbs up for more.